The masculine spirit is not the same as the feminine spirit. Amen? Amen. Agree with that? Not the same. Now, be careful. We're not talking about the one third person of the Blessed Trinity, the Holy Spirit. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your spirit, my spirit, as opposed to one of our sisters. The way we receive information, the way we assimilate it, and the way we put it back out in the world. It's not the same. And each one of us carry this masculine code in us. We live out this masculinity in different settings, different situations. But very often we're living what is a kind of discover as we go masculinity. True or false? And not always a learned or a taught or even a properly reflected on masculinity. Gone are the days where we could live as healthy and wholesome men without doing introspection. I'll say that again. Gone are the days where we could live a healthy and wholesome masculinity without introspection. Would you agree with that? In other words, we cannot live a healthy and wholesome masculinity just on the fly. Just any old how. Sorry? We have to reflect. We don't know, and that's good, we have to reflect on the past, but we also must reflect on the present. And we must also think deeply about the future. Because any life, male or female, that is lived unexamined is lived at a shortcoming. Unexamined life is lived always with many more shortcomings than the examined life. We know that, right? So, we cannot expect that we'll be able to get about this work of being God's man on the earth without doing introspection. We have to talk about what it is to be men. We have to relate about what it is to be men. And we have to be able to be willing enough to be honest to call ourselves out on when there are traits in our masculinity that are unhealthy. That to be able to call ourselves out. And by that I don't mean blaming or name calling or insulting. What I mean is that we have to be able to claim the strengths and, as he said, the weaknesses. Yes? We have to be able to claim our light, but we also have to be able to name our shadow. Important, right? So today's work is going to be focused on naming our light and naming our shadow. Claiming who we are as men when we stand in the light, and who we are as men when we are also operating in the shadows. To talk about it and to not be ashamed, because we all men here, and we all have struggles, and we all have the issues, and we all have strengths. And so we don't have to be afraid to talk about it with each other. Because at the very least, what we do by our conversation is we strengthen the other. At the very least. At the best is we strengthen and build ourselves. Yes? So today we're going to do some talking about ourselves, and I want to just encourage you to be open to that. And typically, of course, when we mixed up just now in the animal groups, we were just in different groups, right? Now we are in nice shades of color, spaces, you know. But as we go along the day, I want to encourage you to do not be afraid to mix into groups that don't have on your same color. Is that alright? Yes. Because today we're not for Peter and we're not for Paul. We're not for
Fireman.
I didn't say that. Yes, yes, yes. You know, we're not for red and we're not for yellow. Alright? Today we're under the sign of the cross, alright? Alright. So what we're going to talk about today, this content comes out of a book called The Masculine Spirit. There are several different versions of the material that we are going to cover today by different authors and writers. As we go along the day and by the end of the day, I will give you some of them. So those of you who are into that, you could go research, find, you could get the books yourself, and you could get into the content even further. Today, of course, we will only be able to cover a certain amount of it. Different authors and different thinkers bring to the fore the same content but with different language or different terms. Today we're sticking to the terms written out of masculine spirit, just for the purpose of what we're doing, alright? So we're talking today about masculine archetypes. Masculine archetypes. We're talking about the fact that there are certain modes of masculinity that are archetypal. When you hear that language about archetype, what does that conjure in your head? What comes up when you hear archetype? What you think of? Design. Yes.
Built to be a specific way.
Built to be a specific way. Yes.
Structure.
Right. I was looking at who's that? Structure. Somewhere in there. Structure. Design. Built to be a certain way. Structure. Anybody thinks you have another one? Model. Model is one. Huh? A plan, yes. So a kind of a blueprint, a layout. So when we're talking about archetype, we're talking about a structure, a model, built to be a certain way. We're talking about a plan, a blueprint. We're talking about the fact that men, in the life of men, we have discovered throughout the centuries that there are certain models, structures that are actually, they come across society and they cut across cultures. And we find them in all kinds of cultures, in all parts of the world, in different seasons and even in different periods of time, but they stand there and they come through all of those. So they cross culture, yes, and they cross time, the boundary of time and even geography. So we say that they are archetypes. They seem to be models and structures that emerge generally. You know, with your little differences here and there, but there are core things in the structure. Yes? So today we're talking about that where it's concerned in terms of men, masculinity. So what we're going to do today is we're going to cover four of the core main masculine archetypes. And as we talk about the archetypes, we're going to talk about each archetype in its light and its shadow. And that language means that each model, each structure of what a man could be like, how he is and how he could operate in the world, could be both in health and unhealth. He could be living that archetype both healthily or unhealthily. He could be living that archetype in grace or in sin. So we're looking at those both things. And what I ask you to do as you hear the content is to let it wrestle with you, your own self inside you. Yes, because it is relevant to each one of us. It's very easy sometimes you listen to material and you start to think about your neighbor. Or your partner and how he misbehaved. I would like to ask us to use those eyes of introspection today and hear it for our own selves. Yeah? So, archetype number one. We're going to start with the eternal boy. Eternal boy. I should say that the archetypes, I'm presenting them in a particular order, but that order is not chronological. It may appear that it's chronological, but it is not intended that way, right? Eternal boy. When you hear the words eternal boy, what does that conjure in your head? The eternal boy. The soul? You went to the word eternal there. But not, yeah. Well, I guess you could say, if you look at it from an everlasting perspective, yes.
You could call people name when you think of that?
No, stop it. Stop it.
Introspect.
Yeah. Very good, very good, very good. Yes.
Resilient. Resilient.
Resilient, the eternal boy, resilient. Playful.
Immature.
Sorry.
You sure you got one?
Immature. You can feed it them. This system a little outdated, so we're trying to get it replaced. Yes. Sorry,
Excitable.
I missed words. Did I miss words? Excitable.